Hello, this is Lucas Palmeira from Imaginando, and I'm here to give you another tutorial on DRC. Today I'm going to show you how to make some sounds from the song Solar Detroit by Maceo Plex, sorry. And we're going to start with this kind of digital shaker. And let's bring it back to a default patch. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is drop the oscillator 1 to 0 and raise the noise generator. Okay, drop the cutoff to 192. Raise the resonance to 280. Okay. Change the filter from a low pass 4-pole to a band pass 2-pole, like this. Now we go to the VCA. This modulator controls the amplitude of the sound, and we're gonna raise the keyboard to maximum. This means the higher the note, the higher the volume, and then the velocity to 844. This means the higher the velocity, the higher the volume. Now we go to the first envelope generator. This one modulates the amplitude of the sound. Attack at 0, decay at 286, sustain at 268, and the release at 0.28. Okay, like this. Now on the second envelope generator, decay at 230, about 230. Sustain at 591, and release at 759. Okay, like this. So here we have our shaker. Let's go to the second sound, and these are some strings. Turning off the effects. Oh, here I'm just turning on this overdrive is just giving a little bit of sharpness to the shaker. Let's go back to the strings. Bring it back to default patch. Okay. First thing, let's drop 1 octave on the second oscillator. And on the amplifier, let's raise second oscillator, sub-oscillator to 501, ring oscillator to 501, and the noise generator to 675. Like this. And now we drop the bandwidth of the noise to 240. Okay. And let's raise the sub-oscillator 1 octave as well. And now, on the filter, cutoff at maximum, resonance at 168. On the VCA, we raise velocity to 568. This means the higher the velocity, the higher the volume. Now we go to the pitch modulation here, and we turn off oscillator 2, so only LFO 1 is connected to oscillator 1, and we raise it to 226. Okay, like this. Now we go to oscillator 2, and we raise the fine-tuning to 104. Okay, like this. Now let's go to the first envelope generator and raise the attack to 0.64. Decay at 500, sustain 800, release at 300. And on the envelope generator 2, sustain at 400, release at 100, attack at 0, but decay at 230. Okay. Now finally we go to the reverb and we raise the amount to 519. And the decay to 777. Okay, so finally we turn this equalizer on, cutting the lows. and the compressor. Okay, we have our strings. Let's go back. Let's go do the bass. This is our sound, default patch. And now on the amplifier, first thing we're going to do is raise oscillator 2, oscillator, and the sub-oscillator to maximum. Let's go to oscillator 2 and fine-tune it to 116. And I'll go to the sub-oscillator, raise 1 octave. Change the performance mode from poly to mono. Okay, perfect. Now, drop the cutoff to 248. Okay. And now for the first envelope generator, we don't need to do anything. And on the second one, raise decay and sustain to maximum. Release at 100. Okay, so this is perfect. Last thing we have to do is go to the reverb and raise it to 393. And decay to 783. Okay, and this is done. Let's go to the other bass. Turn off the K70 and this equalizer. Let's bring it back to the default patch. Okay, as you can hear, there is this small reverb on the send that I'm going to turn off for now. Okay, so first thing, we go to the amplifier and raise the oscillator 1, oscillator 2, and the sub-oscillator to maximum. On the first oscillator, on the second oscillator, we turn it to a square wave, bring back 2 octaves down, and fine-tune it to 0.64. Okay, like this. Change the performance mode from poly to mono. Okay. Now drop the cutoff to 840. Change the mode from a low pass 4-pole to a low pass 2-pole. And raise the resonance to 752. Okay. Now, on the first envelope generator, we leave it as it is. And on the second one, we raise decay and sustain to maximum. And release to 555. Finally, we go to the reverb and raise the amount to 286. Damping at 765. And the decay at 783. Okay. Finally, we go sense at 3/4 like this. Turn the K70, it has a 1/8 sync on the time. It has ping pong with quite some stereo width, a little bit of wah and floater to give it tape character. And the filter is cutting at about 640 Hertz. Okay? Finally, I have here an equalizer to cut a little bit of the high end. Finally, let's go to the last sound, this hypno bass sound. Okay. Gonna turn off K70, this glue compressor, this hull. Still has a little bit of this cathedral, but you know it's there. I'm not gonna change it now. I'm gonna bring it back to a default patch. Okay. And first thing I'm going to do is put pre-gain at 789. Oscillator 1 and oscillator 2 at maximum. Oscillator 1 square. Oscillator 2 1 octave down and a square as well, and synced. Like this. Now we go to the main and we change the mode from a low pass 4-pole to a low pass 2-pole, and drop the cutoff to 192. Okay. Resonance at 336. Okay. Now for the first envelope generator, attack at 0, decay at 346. 346. And then sustain at 0 and release at 220. Okay. Now on the envelope generator 2, 298 on the decay. Here. Sustain at 370. And release at 250. Okay. Finally, we go to the modulation page, and on the keyboard, we raise to 724. This means the higher the note, the higher the cutoff frequency. 724. Okay. This is without the send. We have this K7D, similar to the other one before, that we used before. Equalizer cutting the lows. This glue compressor compressing the delay and the sound. A little bit of reverb and more reverb. And this is it. Let's now listen to the melody that I've recorded before. I'm gonna get this ready, so bear with me just a tiny second, please. Okay, everything is ready, so let's now listen. And this was it, guys. As you noticed, I just raised here on the bass short the pre-gain to maximum. Sounds better that way. But this was it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. This was fun to make. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did, please give us a like and subscribe our channel. We have new content coming up every week. So stay tuned and we will see you again next week. Goodbye.